Bonjour à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien. Je pense que le micro doit fonctionner. J'espère, ça fait tellement longtemps que je n'ai rien touché. So I hope it will be fine. So today it will be for beginners, so mainly in English and in French. So I really hope that you're doing fine and joyeuse année à vous. So I will say as usual hello to the persons who are here. Yvette is with us. Kawar, bonjour. Stardust est là, bonjour Stardust. Bickert aussi. Yossi, coucou. Qui est-ce qu'il y a d'autre? Luciana Moribé, vous êtes là. Bonjour. Victoria Possé est là. Attention avec la neige. J'ai vu à Madrid, c'est terrible. Hein. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a d'autre? Attendez, je regarde. Lisbeth est là, bonjour. Victoria Jacques, coucou. Cosmina Bellou est avec nous. Bonne année. Qui est-ce qu'il y a d'autre? Hilary Howell est là aussi. Bien, tout le monde est là. Ça me fait plaisir. I'm really happy to see you back, even if I don't really see you, but still. So I hope it will be fine. We'll have, as usual, 1 hour and 10 minutes, so we can start maybe right now, because we'll do, the exercises that normally we do, and let's hope that everything will go fine. So the first thing is the click, and let's see if we can have the click. Apparently we can't. I knew it would be interesting this time. Okay, let's start now. I'm trying desperately. It was working 1 minute before we started, but it's okay. So meanwhile, maybe you can try to tell me, because this is the question of the day. La question du jour, and then I will try to make the slide work. La question du jour, c'est, and it's the classic one, I guess. What are your resolutions for this year? Quelles sont vos résolutions pour l'année? So if you can write me that, and it will be nice, and at the same time I will try to make the slide work. Allez-y, merci beaucoup. Alors, it should be okay now. I hope that everything is okay for the rest. We'll see how it goes. So, remember that this is quite important. You should definitely, if it's possible for you, use a dictionary at the same time and try to find the words that you don't know. If you encounter some words that you don't know, so it will be better. So that's it. Don't forget to like and to share. This is always nice. And then the question of the day, as I told you, quelles sont vos résolutions pour cette année 2021? Please let me know if you've got some echo with the microphone, and then of course I will try to correct. It's the first one. We knew that it would be quite interesting. So let's see what you've been writing. On va regarder ce que vous avez écrit. Je regarde. So tell me if the microphone is still working, and we'll see how to correct that. Whistle qui nous dit, Whistle is telling us that the challenge for the resolution is obtenir un bon niveau en français. Engine, le problème de l'écho, d'accord. Dites-le moi, Engine, si ça continue, let me know. Cosmina qui nous dit, qui dit bonjour à tout le monde. Victoria pratique mon français tous les jours. Gordon qui nous dit résolution, avoir nos familles et en voyage pour les vacances. Ça c'est très très bien. Rien qui nous dit ma résolution est d'arrêter de boire autant de vin. Ah, c'est le problème. C'est le problème du contexte. Le contexte est un peu bizarre. Dustin, j'ai besoin de faire plus d'exercices à cause de la pandémie. Je n'ai rien fait. Il faudra faire des exercices. Dustin, vous venez ici, Dustin Donovan, et nous faisons des exercices ensemble. Ritem, je voudrais pratiquer beaucoup d'activités physiques pour être en forme. Tsering qui nous dit oui monsieur, il y a de l'écho. Ben, excusez-moi s'il y a toujours de l'écho. J'espère que je vais le corriger. Très bien. Alors, je vais essayer de corriger ça. Stardust qui nous dit faire plus de fitness. Très bien. Et Yossi qui nous dit ma résolution est de prendre le second vaccin. C'est vrai, Yossi, c'est vrai. Yossi a été vacciné. Bravo, Yossi. Il a eu le vaccin. J'espère que ce sera meilleur comme ça. Je suis vraiment désolé, mais clairement j'étais en vacances. J'ai rien touché. I didn't touch the thing. That's the reason why. This is what happens when you don't touch your material during 3 weeks almost. Allez, remember it's the numbers of the day. The numbers of the day, it's extremely simple. I mean the concept, of course. I will read some numbers and you will just need to write them. And I hope now the sound is better. So we'll start with the usual 2 digits first, and then after that obviously we'll have 3, 4 and 5. I guess I even get the 6 for Monsieur Yossi. So let's start with the first one. And the first one, I will read it twice. You just need to write it. It would be nice. Let's start with it. And it's 92. 92. Allez-y. regarde. I've been changing the channel for the microphone. I hope it will be better, but then if it's not, I am really sorry about that. I'm doing my best. 92, so far so good. So we agree that 92 in that case, this is what you should have on your screen right now. 9 et 2, 92. Sherilyn is telling me that the audio is still struggling. Try now because basically I am still changing the thing. So I just changed the channel. We'll see. So let's have a look at numéro 2. Numéro 2. Same thing here. I will just repeat it twice and then it will be maybe more simple. Let's hope the audio is good. 942. 942. Try to write the number. Alors, attention, attention, Visha, be careful, because it was 946, but it was 942. Alors, attendez, je regarde, because at the same time, I'm trying to correct this microphone issue. But so far, so good. Bonville Lover, pas de problème. Yossi, très bien. Victoria Jacques, très bien. Houria, bravo. Abdul Rahman, parfait. Sherilyn, très bien. Okay, well, it seems that it's better now. So, question is tell me if the microphone is better or not, and then I will still work on it. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it's just a microphone here. It doesn't want to work anymore. Voilà, let's see. Maybe it's better. Allez, on continue avec numéro 3, number 3. On y va, numéro 3, same thing here. I will read it only 2 times. D'accord? 8713. 8713. So let me know for the microphone. Merci. Louisa nous rejoint. Bonjour Louisa. Okay, Sherilyn, still static, voice the voice and the background music. Ah! Okay, I will unplug and replug one thing for the other one. We'll try to hope that everything is okay. In that case, it was 8713. 8713. So far, so good. So 8713. 8713. Vuslat, I know that the audio is not really good. I've been trying to fix it since the beginning, so don't worry. I will find the way to fix it. So far, I'm continuing the lesson at the same time. I'm trying to correct the thing, but it will be okay. Don't worry. Numéro 4. Numéro 4, same thing here. I will read it only 2 times. 26 097. 26 097. Allez-y, I will switch off and switch on the machine now. Alors, je ne sais pas si ça marche. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Allez, let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, then we finish it for today, and then tomorrow it will be another day. We'll sleep on it. But let's see if it works. On y va, on va essayer. Numéro 5. Remember, it was the numbers. So now we have 6 digits, so normally it should be okay. And I hope that everything will work. But probably it won't. I gave up. I just gave up on everything now. Allez, 6 digits as usual. I will read it only 2 times. So get ready. 361 798. 361 798. And like Julia say, and we try, and we try, and we try, and we don't remember the melody. Allez, 361 798. You've got 1 second to write it, please. Alors, effectivement, Yossi, bravo, Yossi le premier, Victoria Jacques, je dis presque bravo, presque. You're getting close. Hein. Victoria Jacques, vous vous rapprochez de la cible. Ensuite, c'est Julia, 361 790, oui. Roman, je dis bravo, vous cela d'accord, Luciana c'est bien, Stardust oui, Victoria Jacques a corrigé, Lisbeth d'accord, Renato c'est bien aussi, félicitations Renato. Allez, merci beaucoup, mais Kirill, oui, très bien aussi, félicitations Kirill, je regarde s'il y a d'autres personnes qui répondent. Pour le moment, non, mais peut-être que tout le monde est parti, c'est possible, allez. I remember we have this type of exercises that we used to do previously. What does she say? Try to write me a sentence and to tell me what she's saying right now. Allez-y. Alors Yossi, qui est un grand philosophe, qui attend, gagne. Et oui, c'est la patience. La patience est très très importante. Alors c'est Vouslat qui commence et Vouslat pense que cette petite fille dit ses chaussures me serrent les pieds. Oui, c'est possible effectivement. Renato, il faut sauter les barrières. Oui, ça c'est très sympathique, très bien écrit. Stardust, mes jambes ne sont pas assez longues pour ces poutres bizarres dans la rue. Ouais. Moi aussi, quand j'étais petit, je faisais ça. Hein. Lisbeth, je dois marcher sur la ligne blanche. Eh oui, souvent les enfants aiment faire ça. Yossi, la fille cherche à marcher seule. Attention Yossi, seul féminin avec un E sous la bande blanche ou sur peut-être, hein, sur la bande blanche. Luciana, elle dit je marche seulement sur les lignes blanches. Oui, apparemment. Sinon elle tombe. Yulia, juste un petit pas et on arrive. Oui. Victoria Jacques, yeah, il fait encore chaud dehors. Pourquoi est-ce que vous avez froid, Victoria Jacques? J'ai pas regardé les températures. Romane qui dit, elle ne veut pas aller, infinitif ER, avec sa maman parce qu'elle veut jouer plus avec ses amis. Eh oui, effectivement. Et Olga qui dit, lift me up again. Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Allez, comme vous le savez, on fait toujours un petit peu de conjugaison, donc c'est le verbe du jour, the verb of the day, so we'll have to conjugate it. I've been deciding to work again one more time on the G verb, so from the first group, but they're a bit tricky, remember, for the new form, so that's the reason why we'll have the je as usual, and then we'll also have the new for the present. So partager is to share, so first group, we will of course only focus on these tenses, so futur proche, présent, futur simple, passé composé, and then passé récent. D'accord? These are the tenses that normally you should master when you are at a beginner level. D'accord? So we'll start with the présent, obviously, and then look. Well, partager, présent, première personne, I'm waiting for you. Julia, je vois la plus haute version de Vincent derrière. Non, so it's the past, it's the white one and now it's the dark one for this semester, c'est comme ça. Alors effectivement, when it comes to the first person, it's not really tricky. We agree that it's a regular verb from the first group, so it means that the ending will be je partage, so not tricky at all. Let's have a look now at the new form, because this is when it becomes a bit special. So could you give me the new form of partager in the present form? Merci. Alors oui, oui. And this is the reason why I've been putting this in red, because normally if we respect the rule, normally we should not have the I mean, we should keep the root, the stem, which would be partage with the final G, and then we add this ONS. But then phonetically we would end up with the partagon, which clearly is a problem because we cannot make the connection with the verb partager. So that's the reason why for this person you will have to put you will have to add this extra to keep the j sound. Nous partageons should be definitely with the so don't forget to write it. In most of the cases it's not really a problem. Hello, remember remember what I just told you. You will have to put the here just to keep the sound j. Nous partageons. Be careful, Kirill, nous partageons ends with un S. D'accord? Allez, let's continue with the futur proche. Remember, futur proche, it's this fake future, so this tense that doesn't really exist. In fact, it's just a combination of the verb aller that should be conjugated in the present form, and then after that you will put your verb in the infinitive. So could you give me, please, partager in the futur proche for the first person? Allez-y. Alors, Daria is joining us. Bonsoir, Daria. It was a nightmare, Daria. The beginning of the exercise, it was a nightmare. Nothing was working, and now it seems that it's working. So you're welcome. Bonne année, Daria. J'espère que vous allez bien. Allez, on va regarder. Stardust qui est... Oui, je vais partager, c'est bien. Luciana, c'est bien. Oui, Albuga wanted to go with nous. Nous allons partager, pas de problème. Hello, hello, je vais partager. Don't forget the R. Hello, hello. Kirill, c'est bien. Yulia, pardon, c'est bien. Alors, attendez. Roman, c'est parfait. Ok, pas de problème. So we agree that this one is extremely simple in a way. You just need to remember quite well how to conjugate the verb aller. Emily is joining us. Bonjour, Emily. Allez, on y va. Futur simple. So remember that in that case, I'm expecting the real future. So the real future of partager in the first person. So, je. Can you give it to me, please? Alors, Lisbeth was the first one, but then you've been missing the R. Lisbeth, what's going on? Look, remember that the way to construct it would be extremely simple in that case. You just keep your infinitive and it will become your stem, your root. D'accord? So it means that if you keep the infinitive, remember that the infinitive ends with a R. Hein? So R should definitely be there. And after that, you will add your ending. The ending for je, it's AI. So in the end, you combine the two things. Je partagerai. But in fact, we don't emphasize on the E. So you will pronounce it je partagerai. Je partagerai. D'accord? So remember, it's AI, Lohima, it's not AIS. AIS, remember, it's conditionnel présent. So it's another one. You pronounce it the same, but still when you write it with the S, it's totally different. D'accord? Allez, let's have a look at the passé récent. Remember, passé récent, it's the same concept. In French, we have this just... past concept, and so it's the same concept as the near future. So this recent past, it's actually using the verb venir that you have to conjugate in the present, then the preposition de, and after that, you put your infinitive. So it will give you this just thing that happened in the past. D'accord? So in that case, give me partager in the first person, je in the passé récent. Alors, I'm looking at your answers and it's quite good in fact. So we agree that the verb venir, when you conjugate venir in the present, so it's je viens, V-I-E-N-S. D'accord? After that, don't forget the preposition, as I told you, de. So, je viens de, and then you will just put your verb in the infinitive, partager. Je viens de partager. Remember that this structure is extremely used if you want to express something that just happened. So we agree that this is not the structure that you will use for 1 month ago. It doesn't match, it doesn't work. It must be today, maybe this week, and it works perfectly. Allez hop, let's finish with passé composé. Remember, compound tense, and give me partager in the passé composé. First person, s'il vous plaît. Merci.
Any ideas?
Alors, bonjour Clétinho, da Silva, Clayton, bonjour, bonjour. Yossi qui est le premier, j'ai partagé. So we agree that in that case, when you want to conjugate, verbs in the compound tenses in French, you have to choose between the helping verb, so avoir, or then être. In most of the cases, we will use avoir. Partager is a verb like many others that will use avoir. So avoir must be, as you can see on your screen, in the present form. So j'ai. And then the second part, because it's a compound tense, in that case it will be partagé with the accent, this past participle form, partagé. J'ai partagé. Julia qui dit, Vincent vient de fixer tous les problèmes techniques. Youhou! J'ai réussi, j'ai réussi, j'ai réussi. Well, on croise les doigts, let's cross the fingers, we never know. Merci. Alors, we've been covering the verbs in j'ai, so remember that this exercise, how can you translate or how can we translate? In fact, I will give you a verb in English and then I'm expecting a verb in French, obviously. But then in that exercise, remember that all the verbs that you will have to, give will be ending in j'ai. So because of course it's possible to use other verbs in some cases, but now the idea is to translate them, but translate them with a verb that ends with j'ai, GER. The first one is to abbreviate. How could you say that in French? Remember, I am expecting a verb in j'ai. This is now the time to use this dictionary if you want. I mean, it can be a way if you don't find it. Try to use it like that. Alors, Yossi est le premier, et je dis bravo Yossi, Yossi c'est bien. Julia is inventing a new verb, abréviger, which doesn't yet exist. Maybe you would like to put an accent. Put an accent and let's offer that to the French Academy. Abrégé, Stardust c'est bien. Victoria, pas de problème. Lisbeth, ok. Luciana, c'est parfait. Janani, très bien, vous Slat aussi, parfait. Numéro 2, allez, numéro 2 s'il vous plaît. To lighten. To lighten, comment est-ce que vous pourriez traduire ça? How could you translate that with a French verb? Remember, the verb must end with GER. Alors, Yossi est encore premier et je dis bravo Yossi. Alors Yossi, vous n'avez peut-être pas les accents sur votre clavier. So if you've got the accent on your keyboards, obviously and ideally, you should have the accent on the first E. So allégé, allégé should be the way to pronounce it. So far, so good. D'accord. Let's have a look at numéro 3, to extend. How could you translate that in French? And remember that the verb should end with GER. Allez-y. Alors, Yossi propose rallonger. Oui, alors idéalement Yossi, hein, c'est allonger en fait. Lisbeth propose prolonger. We could agree on prolonger too. I mean, prolonger could be good. So we could accept allonger. We could accept rallonger. Normally it expresses the repetition, but in some cases you can use it like that. Prolonger is totally acceptable. Julia, exiger, not really in that case. No, I don't see any context in which it could be possible. I'm looking at the other one. Abdul Rahman, c'est bien. Sundar, prolonger, parfait. Yossi, donc, ok, vous proposez prolonger aussi. So all these options are really good. Amina, Amona, great teacher, we love you. Don't say that because you were not there at the beginning. And trust me, at the beginning, it was a big mess. A technical mess, it was terrible. Allez, numéro 4. Numéro 4, so to develop, to convert, to arrange, give me one verb that ends with GER. Allez-y. Alors, Renato Silva nous quitte. Au revoir, Renato. Au revoir. À demain, si vous voulez. Alors, Lisbeth propose développer. I could agree, Lisbeth, if the idea was not to try to find a verb that ends with GER, d'accord? In another situation, it would be totally okay. The exercise here is to try to find a translation, but then the translation should finish with GER. So you start to offer me arranger, which is totally okay. Well, personally, I've been putting aménager. So aménager, it's quite interesting because it means that, and this is something that in most of the cases people really don't, well, I mean, probably they don't really know, but then aménager means to develop, convert, or arrange. It's possible. So arranger, it's totally acceptable, or then aménager would be another option. Étendre is offering Evelyn, yes, I could take it if the idea of the exercise was not to find a verb ending with GER. D'accord? Let's have a look at numéro 5. Numéro 5, well, this one is quite simple because most of you have already answered to that, but still, could you please give me the translation for to arrange? Alors, nous sommes d'accord. Yossi qui propose arranger, hein, so this one is extremely simple. Keep in mind that all these verbs, and this is also the idea to make a connection with the example that we had previously when we did the conjugation, all these verbs will behave exactly in the same manner when you will conjugate them for the new form in the present, for instance. So, nous arrangeons. Remember that you will have to keep the E right after your G. G-E-O-N-S. Allez, numéro 6, to benefit. To benefit, how could you translate that? In French, obviously, and then the verb should end with G. G-E-R. Allez-y. Alors, je dis bravo Yossi. Yossi a un très bon dictionnaire. Si ma mémoire est bonne, Yossi is using word reference. And it's a great dictionary. I really love this one. Luciana, c'est pareil. D'accord. Avantagé. Alors, Abdulrahman, oui, avantagé. Remember, Abdulrahman, you don't put the D. D'accord, hein? Avantagé, as you can see, is without the D. So it's A-V-A-N. T-A-G-E-R. Très bien, très bien. Julien Vincent a aménagé un t-shirt noir. It's just like I started to... Non, ça n'est pas possible. Numéro 7. Numéro 7, to move. To move, allez, comment est-ce que vous pouvez traduire to move? Remember that the verb should end with G-E-R. Alors, Luciana, félicitations. Effectivement, Luciana, très bien. C'est bouger, vous cela aussi. Stardust, c'est parfait. Albouga, très bien. Yossi, formidable. Nariman, oui, très bien. So, bouger, hein, bouger, it's a common verb that normally we use quite often. So, bouger. Albouga, se déménager, not really. Roman, déménager. Yeah, of course, if you're talking about, and it's true that in some situations, when we're talking about changing your house, it's totally acceptable to say déménager. In a more general situation, when you want to say that you are moving from one place to another, you're not changing your house, then in that case you can use the verb bouger. D'accord? But then of course, déménager could be possible if you're talking about the house. Allez, let's have a look at numéro 8. Oh, this one is extremely simple. Allez, to challenge. Alors effectivement, to challenge. Alors attendez, Albouga, oui mais en anglais on dit souvent I'm moving, I moved. Albouga, oui, of course, but I don't, yeah. But you're talking about what, Albouga? About the verb to move? In terms of, well, if you're talking about the house, yes, it's okay, but it's not a reflexive verb. It's déménager. Déménager, it's not reflexive in French. It's not se déménager. Remember, if that was your remark. So in that case, yeah, in most of the cases now you can hear challenger. It used to be défier before, as Nimi is offering, and it's true that défier used to be the proper translation. But little by little, and now lately, especially if you're talking about the business world or work-related things, they will use challenger. It's a regular verb from the first group. Obviously, what we call a néologisme coming from English. Numéro 9, this one is extremely simple, to change. Alors, Frédéric Auguste. Hey, je suis une fourmi, je travaille tous les jours. Be careful, you've been changing the order. Be careful, it should be tous les jours. Frédéric est une fourmi. Eh bien, je dis bravo, Frédéric. Alors, in that case, Yossi is the first one because he's extremely efficient today. Félicitations, Luciana is right after. Stardust is there too, Vuslat also. So yeah, in that case, the verb is extremely simple. The verb is changer, obviously. Not really tricky to conjugate, remember, as I told you previously. For the new form, you will have to keep the E, so to get the sound je. Changeons, D'accord? Allez, let's finish with numéro 10. Numéro 10, and it's to load. Frédéric qui dit merci. Alors, il faut être une fourmi, monsieur. Une fourmi. Frédéric, c'est une fourmi. Allez, Yossi is... he's extremely efficient, Yossi. Hein. Yossi is efficient. Maybe it's with the... Avec le vaccin. Yossi est un super homme. Luciana, right after. Yeah, the verb is charger. Charger, it's to load. Omar, très bien. Berilla, oui. Julia qui dit, c'est une nouvelle connexion Internet pour Yossi. Il est rapide. C'est pas la connexion, Julia. C'est le vaccin. Yossi a le vaccin et c'est un homme très efficace. Bravo Yossi. So we agree that in that case, Evelyn was offering gagner. Not really. Kirill, charger. Ah, charger, okay. You've been putting the T instead of the R. Now, it was really good. So, charger was the verb that we were looking for in that case, and it means to load. So, same thing here, extremely simple to conjugate. Remember that for the new form in the present, you will have to keep the chargeons. Nous chargeons. Allez. Allez, regardez the picture of the day. And the picture of the day, it's this one. Please write me one sentence to describe or then comment this picture, this photo. Allez-y. Alors, Matthew Thomas is joining us. Hello, sir. Your videos help me a lot. My pleasure, Matthew Thomas. If you can benefit from the videos, then please watch them and get some good grades if you need to have some good grades. Alors, Lisbeth qui nous dit un nouveau départ pour cette année 2021. Yeah. C'est vrai, by default, it's a new start. C'est un nouveau départ. Ils boivent de la bière. Ah, Nariman pense que c'est de la bière, ok. Personnellement, je pensais que c'était peut-être du champagne. Luciana, champagne pour une bonne année. Stardust qui nous dit bonne année, amusez-vous. Maintenant pour la nouvelle année. Très bien. Nini qui nous dit félicité. Cécilia qui nous dit célébration. Très bien, Cécilia. Next time, Nini and Cecilia, try to be a bit more brave and try to write me a little sentence. D'accord? But it was really good. Really good. Try to be a bit more brave for the other exercise. This is the way to proceed. Daria, la boisson préférée de Vincent. Avec modération. Nariman, pour célébrer la nouvelle année, très bien. Yossi, on fête une nouvelle année, la nouvelle année avec le champagne, très bien. Alors, attendez. Oula, je vois différentes choses, mais je dois vous chercher. Stardust qui nous dit... Stardust qui nous dit « Bonne année, amusez-vous maintenant pour la nouvelle année. » On va essayer, tout le monde va essayer de s'amuser. Nini, félicité. Donc effectivement, Daria, ça j'avais vu. Nariman qui nous dit « Célébrer la nouvelle année. » Très bien. Yossi, on fête une nouvelle année avec le champagne. Albouga, ça me rappelle des temps où on pouvait se retrouver pour faire la fête du nouvel an. Eh oui, c'est fini ça. Olga, très bien, qui est un peu déconnectée. Yulia, qu'est-ce que vous avez écrit, Yulia? Alors, Julia, c'est quand on essaie d'asseoir à 3 chaises? Oh, je ne sais pas, c'est bizarre. Yann Arte, il y a une bonne année et une fête pour la bonne année. Oui. Chiara nous rejoint. Hello Chiara, welcome. Roman qui nous dit beaucoup d'amis se sont réunis pour célébrer la victoire, je suppose. Cécilia qui dit d'accord. Lohima, elle verse de l'alcool dans le verre. Attention Lohima, verre, it's a masculine word, so it should be dans le verre. Chiara, salut Master, bonjour Chiara. Vouslat, ils boivent de la bière pour célébrer la nouvelle année. Kirill, le champagne, on le verse dans les verres. Très bien, eh bien écoutez, pas de problème. Olga, bonjour. Synchronisez-vous s'il vous plaît. Alors, even if it was a bit messy at the beginning, we'll try to keep the exercises on track as we usually have. And so we've got the dictation. And as, well, not every time, but almost every time, we try to have some dictation. I will read some sentences. You will have to write them. So, because it's the beginner level, remember that I give the translation. First, you are... I mean, it's your decision whether you watch it or you look at it or not. If you want to see it, it can help you if you need it. Or if you don't want to have a look at it, then close your eyes because right now it will appear. So I will give you the sentence and I will read the sentence 2 times. So it should be enough for you to hear everything. So the first sentence is this one. Je veux voyager avec mes enfants. And in the second one, I will make the liaison. Je veux voyager avec mes enfants. So write the sentence, please. I must say that it's extremely impressive because you see, you react so fast now with the new router that I've got the feeling that you are in the next room or... Alors, félicitations, Yossi. Très bien. So, in that situation, I wanted just to have, well, a simple sentence, in fact. Hein? So, we agree that the verb is vouloir. When you conjugate vouloir in the first person, it's je veux. In the present, V-E-U-X. Then the second verb, voyager, voyager is to travel, should definitely be in the infinitive form, V-O-Y-A-G-E-R. Je veux voyager, and the rest, it's not really tricky. I'm looking at your answers, but everything was quite good, in fact. And so, avec, A-V-E-C, and then mes enfants, it was the plural form. As you probably heard in the second time when I read it, I've been making the liaison mes enfants, hein, just to make this connection between the two words. Je veux voyager avec mes enfants. Allez, let's have a look at numéro 2. Numéro 2, same thing here. Don't look at the translation if you just want to work on the dictation, and I will read it twice. Je dors plus en hiver qu'en été. Je dors plus en hiver qu'en été. Allez-y. Alors, bravo Yossi. Hein. Yossi a du matériel incroyable. Regardez. So let's have a look at the sentence. So first thing, it's the verb. The verb is dormir. And remember that dormir, when you start to conjugate it in the present, even if it looks like a verb from the second group because it ends with er, in fact it's not. It is not a verb from the second group. It's a verb from the third group, and so it means that when you will conjugate it, it will behave a bit, well, differently. So, as you can see now, you've got the first person, je dors, D-O-R-S. Remember, final S, we don't pronounce it, so je dors, I sleep. Plus, so in that case, I've been pronouncing the final S. En hiver, so remember that hiver, it's a season. And so in that case, you need to use the preposition that normally we use for this season. So it will be en hiver. And then after that, you will have été. En été, it's the same. And because we make a comparison between the two, remember, it's plus que, moins que, autant que. So que should be here. Because que is followed by another vowel, the e will have to disappear and you will put the apostrophe. Je dors plus en hiver qu'en été. D'accord? Allez, let's have a look at numéro 3. Same thing here. If you don't want to look at the translation, well, don't look at it. Allez, on y va. I will read it twice. Judith, bonsoir. You just arrived for the dictation, so listen to the sentence and try to write it. Merci. Il a neigé la semaine dernière et la neige n'a pas fondu. Il a neigé la semaine dernière et la neige n'a pas fondu. Allez, écrivez la phrase, s'il vous plaît. Alors, I can see that your sentence start to arrive. So the first thing, it was the verb neiger. Neiger, so obviously I wanted to work a bit on the passé composé. So remember that neiger, in fact, will use avoir as a helping verb, like most of the verbs. So avoir should be in the present. Il a, present, and then neiger, it will be your past participle form with the accent in the end. Il a neigé. After that, la semaine dernière. I'm looking at the things. Be careful, Victoria Jacques. Dernière should be in the feminine form because semaine is feminine. Remember, semaine dernière, you can hear it. D'accord? So if you wrote it like you did, so it's the masculine, it's dernier, but it's the masculine form. So, la semaine dernière et la neige n'a pas fondu. The verb in that case, it's to melt. The verb is fondre. Remember, fondre from the third group. And so in that case, first, you will use avoir. La neige a fondu. Fondu is the past participle. But then obviously I wanted to put the negative form. So, la neige ne a, so will disappear. You put the apostrophe, pas, and you finish with your past participle fondu. Friedrich, fondu est un fromage de Suisse. Friedrich, it can be discussed. It can be discussed. So they like to think that, but we think that it's coming from France too. So everybody has well, I mean, we can discuss about that. Allez, let's have a look at numéro 4. Numéro 4, same thing here. If you don't want to look at, well, the translation, don't look at it. This one should not be too difficult. Je viens juste de faire la vaisselle. Je viens juste de faire la vaisselle. Allez-y. Alors, très bien, Yossi is asking a question. Que se passe-t-il avec les exercices de prononciation? Je les ai envoyés. Yep, I've got few of them, yes. But then, well, we started again, so don't worry. I will include them in the next lessons. But right now, I mean, I was struggling enough. And I was anticipating some technical issues for the first one. Alors, let's have a look at the sentence. In that case, I wanted us to use this recent past that we saw. So the concept is to use the verb venir that you will conjugate in the present. Je viens, V-I-E-N-S. And then I just wanted to emphasize a bit more. We don't really need to do that because normally this structure already include this just concept, but I wanted to use it. Juste de, remember, because this is the concept for this structure, venir de, and you put the verb, de faire, and then la vaisselle. Remember that vaisselle, so you write it, Nariman, be careful, vaisselle, look at your screen, so V-A-I-S-S E-double-L-E. D'accord? Je viens juste de faire la vaisselle. Mercurialman, pourquoi utiliser le mot juste? It's possible, Mercurialman, to use it. I just wanted to emphasize, when you put this juste, you get it closer to you. In fact, so if you say je viens de faire la vaisselle, I understand that it's in the past, it's quite recent. But if you put this juste, I have the feeling that it's closer to now, to the present. You see, so it does give a little subtlety to the sentence, so it's slightly different. It will be closer to the present tense. D'accord? Or to the present. It's not the tense, but it's like you just did it. D'accord? Voilà. Merci beaucoup. Alors, if you're used to the exercises that we have together, so the word of the day, it's a classic. Could you please give me one word that could sum up your day? Just one word, so it can be a verb, it can be an adjective, it can be a noun, substantive, it can be an adverb, but just one word to sum up your day. Quel mot pourrait résumer votre journée? Allez-y. Alors, c'est Luciana Moribé qui commence et qui nous dit nager. Lisbeth qui dit motivant. Ben ça, c'est sympa, ça. Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres personnes? Je regarde, j'attends. Nous attendons. Ah, Albouga, s'épanouir. Ça, c'est formidable. Yulia Carapuce. Est-ce que c'est Carapace, peut-être? Daria, chargé ou charge, je ne sais pas. Nariman, superbe, parce que je pratique le français. Très bien. Stardust, stress, relaxez-vous. Des fois c'est difficile, mais on va y arriver. Lohima, contente. Vousla, tranquille. Roman, en Corée, d'accord. Greta, froid. Yossi, ou est-ce que c'était encore Roman? Encore. Yossi, un problème avec la personne qui prend de l'argent et ne fait rien. C'est pas un mot. Kirill, la volaille. Très bien, Stardust trying, oui. I know what you mean, Stardust. And it's good to try.
Any ideas?
Alors, il y a encore des personnes qui continuent. Victoria Jacques qui nous dit fatigué, mais heureuse. Olga Ruiz qui nous dit bizarre. Yossi qui nous dit le mot c'est problème. Omar qui nous dit travail après les vacances. Et Yann Arte qui nous dit intéressant. Oui, heureuse. Oui, j'avais vu la correction, Victoria Jacques. Félicitations pour votre autocorrection. Je dis bravo. Berilla 71 glissante. Est-ce que... Ah, avec la neige et la glace, c'est ça? Est-ce qu'il fait froid, Berilla 71? Peut-être qu'il fait froid, c'est possible. Allez, que pensez-vous? What do you think? One sentence to describe or comment this. Well, it's not a cartoon, in fact, it's a picture. So, une phrase pour commenter, s'il vous plaît. Alors, il y a des personnes qui mettent des mots, mais peut-être que c'était pour l'exercice précédent. So maybe the words that you've been writing were for the previous exercise. So I guess that Kirill is the first one to write un lancement de la vaccination. Yossi qui nous dit l'année 2021, c'est l'année de la vaccination et l'année pour vivre à côté de la Covid-19. Eh oui, à côté. À côté, je ne sais pas ce que ça veut dire, si c'est positif ou négatif. Yossi, c'est objectif en tout cas. Chen qui nous dit hospital ou hospital. Hôpital peut-être. Ah ok, so oh yeah, you need to refresh your stream because it seems that you are a bit, you're not really synchronized. Yann Arte qui dit comment vous pensez? Stardust qui dit j'espère que le vaccin fonctionne, que tout va lentement revenir à la normale. Oui, on espère. Les gens deviennent lentement fous. J'ai remarqué ça aussi. Je l'entends tous les jours au téléphone dans la station de l'aide sociale. Bah oui. Victoria Jacques 2020 a été l'année où le coronavirus nous a menés à travers un parcours effrayant. Mais cette année, j'espère que le vaccin nous donnera de l'espoir. Et spécialement pour vous, Victoria Jacques, c'est un petit peu olé olé en ce moment, hein, politiquement chez vous. Et on ne parle pas de politique, mais c'est un petit peu rock'n'roll, comme on dit. Luciana, j'espère que 2021 sera mieux sans le vaccin, même sans le vaccin. Roman qui nous dit 2020 confinement et 2021 encore confinement, mais avec la vaccination. Ah non, Roman, il faut être optimiste. Soyons optimistes. Judith, je suis allée à Genève aujourd'hui. Eh bien, vous pouvez dire bonjour à des gens que je connais. Julia, l'année piquée après une année gâchée peut-être. Lisbeth, 2020 est terrible, 2021 est encourageant. Peut-être, c'est vrai. Quand qui nous dit ce sera le vaccin en 2021. Oui, c'est vrai. Julia qui nous dit caché, c'était. Barty, je crois que l'année 2021, c'est la fin de la pandémie grâce à la vaccination ou au vaccin. Greta qui nous dit 2020 était horrible et courage pour 2021. 2021 ne peut pas être plus terrible que 2020. C'est pas possible, ça n'est pas possible. Vouslat qui nous dit en année 2021 nous allons être obligés d'être vaccinés. Judith, stressée parce que je dois faire un stage et je n'aime pas pour la validité de mon diplôme B1 français. Pourquoi vous devez faire un stage? Ok, oui, on pourra discuter. Lohima qui nous dit « Le Corona est né en 2020 et nous célébrons son anniversaire en 2021. » C'est vrai, c'est un petit peu comme si c'était une bougie pour l'anniversaire, c'est possible. Et voilà, c'est la fin, so it's the end. We finally made it. So of course there are 15 minutes left, but it was a long, it was a long live, and it was extremely difficult at the beginning. Merci beaucoup, thank you very much. Tomorrow it will be, well, at the same time, without the technical problems now, because everything is working again. So merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. Enjoy your life, enjoy your day, your evening. Enjoy everything you have. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.